I'm now live and I'm gonna hit the lovely. Okay. Well, I guess I'm just people on Instagram will just get to see a little bit more. Let's go ahead. Good morning, everyone. This is our Freedom Tea Talks. We're back, and it's Thursday today. It's Dr. Z, also known owner of Greater Self LLC. So today I'm super excited to be here. Like, yes, my eyes are still like, no, you're not. But I'm really excited to be here with you guys today because typically on Tuesdays is when I would do my Freedom Tea Talks, unless we have like a special guest. But this past Tuesday, I'm kind of recovering from like not feeling that great, but it was a major holiday in the States, and something about it felt different. And being able to consider continuing with our topics of being able to have retreats and like vacations and sabbaticals and just all those things. And a part of me just felt like it doesn't make sense for me, maybe not for everyone else, but for me to go into discussions about family vacations and how to go about the planning, like what actually happens, what people think is going to happen, and talk about those things on a day just after some of the things that have happened in the States in regards to rights and different laws and rules. And to, I don't want to say pretend, but to then just start talking about things as though nothing happened. So it felt like actually a really good opportunity to exercise being able to take a break, being able to notice when the capacity to show up 100% in my fullness and like in the best version that I want to show up as, when the capacity isn't there, and being comfortable with, I'll show up, but I'm going to show up on my terms. So that way I can actually share information about family vacations. Those you don't always necessarily get to maybe shift or change. So jumping right on into it, most folks, if you are going on, vacation with your family, typically you guys have chosen the dates and the times that you're doing because of some other reasons. It may be, hi, good morning on Facebook. I don't see you, but I see you. But typically when you're planning family vacations, and that's hi to Calvin over there, the dates that you have available tend to be available because of, if you have children as a part of your family, when they're on vacation, when you can get time off of work. And let's say you are someone who is, you work for yourself, you have your own business, or maybe you're in a powerful position and you have the capacity and opportunity to really dictate how your schedule is set up so that you can plan family vacation. So this is time that you are spending intentionally with the people that you have identified as your family. Those people may be your biological family. It may be folks that you've just deemed like this is family. And when you all go on vacation, there's an aspect of, yay, we're going to go spend family time together and do all these great things. That is my hope, that that's exactly what's happening. That's totally what you're planning. But there's this other component that rarely kind of gets addressed or thought about, which is who's doing the planning of all this stuff? If you are on a family vacation, like, who planned it? Most likely it's probably you if you're listening to this podcast, if you're joining live on social media or wherever you're actually hearing this at the time that you're hearing it. But chances are you're the person who is going to be planning these vacations. If you're the person that's planning them, at what point is it extremely excessively exciting and awesome for you when you're trying to work out the details of, how do we get to the place? Where are we going to stay when we get to the place? What are we going to do when we get to the place? What's our entire itinerary? How are we going to do this said vacation? And then who all is able to go? So looking at the logistics behind it can shift something that's supposed to be best life ever, most fun, our family is so cool, it's better than yours, whatever the hashtags are, into something else that is not as exciting as you thought it would be, because now you're sitting here stuck with the logistics of what's supposed to be family fun, everybody having a great time. And then you find out, dang, when I was a kid and we went on family vacations, apparently all those adults were doing a bunch of great stuff and making sure that we were having a great time as children. And they might not have felt the same way about it. Hence, that vacation may not have felt like a vacation for the adults that are planning, for the parents, for whatever family member decided they would be the head person in charge, because they're stuck with all the logistics. They're stuck with communicating with everyone, making sure everybody knows what's going on, taking care of their own stuff, as well as still trying to figure out, what do I even want to do on this particular vacation? That by the time you show up and get there, which should have been just blissful, fun, and effortless, for all the adults, there's this component of, okay, we still have to assess for risk. We have to make sure everyone's safe. We have to make sure we got enough money. We have to make sure we have the opportunity to eat, and planning all these things and then coordinating, heaven forbid, with other adults and trying to figure out, why is this so hard and complicated? When we were younger, if your family took vacations, it probably seemed a lot easier, because all you did as a child was show up, be quiet, and go have fun. When you look at family vacations from the point of view of an adult, all of a sudden things get a little bit different. Once you get to that age where you're legit like, okay, I want to spend time with my family and I'm going to use my vacation time. So now you're using time away from your businesses, from your jobs, specifically to spend with family. And then you come back. I'm not saying that you couldn't have fun, but I don't know if you all notice, once you come back, it don't always feel like you went on a vacation, because technically you just clocked into your second job called family. You just clocked in to do the work of how you're connecting and spending time with them, to where you didn't really get the vacation you were planning for. And then you still got to go back to work and act like you had the best time ever, and it was relaxing and rejuvenating. It was actually a time of recovery, and it wasn't. You clocked into another job. Hopefully your children, if you are taking them, or the younger family members, hopefully they just got to enjoy and they really appreciate the hard work that goes behind family vacations. But being able to plan one in a way that's really supportive and productive for you, the organizers of the family or head of your family household, they don't always look the way that you thought they would look once you become that person that's doing it. With that same thing being said, what would it look like if you intentionally took time beforehand and took time after for yourself, literally, maybe even alone, if you have a partner or significant other, maybe you two do something alone. If the family vacation looked like children, kids, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, like, and then the family friends that have always been around, that you take time afterwards, like a day before, maybe a day after, so you can prepare for what you're about to engage on, so you can be present and like the best version of you while you're there. But also afterwards, that you take a day to like, okay, let me process what just happened, what went really awesome and well, what kind of not so much, and how are you going to get the actual vacation that you took time away from your regular duties and activities for. The way you do that, excuse me, is by giving yourself that additional time. So family vacations, while it may have just been painted out to seem like, ooh, the most horrific thing ever, it's not. There is definitely a time and place for it, and fun that should totally be had by everyone, even the people that planned and paid for everything. You do have to be intentional about it, and ideally plan it during a time where wherever the flow is in your business, in your job, where you aren't needed as much, where you can actually go and your mind won't be stuck on the things that should be happening or didn't happen. You won't be available. So you're still actually getting away. Now, I know we had talked about working vacations before. Those do look a little different, and you can totally do them with family also. So now you can be in a space where ideally, my suggestions, you don't got to take it. You grown, do what you want to do. But my suggestion is take some time before you get ready to go on vacation, whether it's with family, whether it's a family working vacation, whether it's a detaching from the entire world and you're going with nobody that you know for real in real life, or people you only meet up with to detach from the world in other countries. Take time before so you can prepare yourself to be done with the things that are part of your daily life, to tie up any loose ends or things that you need to at your job and your business, and that you hand over information to the people that need it so they can follow up and continue with what needs to happen while you're away. So when you walk away and actually leave, you get to not only physically be on vacation, but mentally be on vacation. You're not stuck going there and then still thinking about everything that's supposed to be happening. Once you get on this vacation, especially if it is a family vacation, take this chance to really get to know the people you chose to spend your quality time with that are called family, whether, like I said, kids, aunts, uncles, nieces, family, friends that have been around forever. Like, be present, be intentional about showing up and being present with the people that are there so that you do get to enjoy an experience, even if you planned and paid for it all, but you get to enjoy the time that you have with them. Because as we know, like, nothing's promised to anybody. There's not a guarantee you'll always be able to do this. But if you have the capacity to, why not enjoy people that you love, that you hold dear to your heart? Have all the fun, do all the things. And when you come back, don't talk to none of them. Just kidding. But not really. But give yourself a break. Like, take time away from everything and everyone. That includes your work. Even if you did decide to make it a working family vacation, take time away from all the things. Make sure that you've wrapped up whatever you need to for your vacation, and you're preparing yourself to start that transition back into your regular routine that is supportive of you even having the opportunity to be able to go on vacation, period, with family intentionally, and maybe even including work if that's another thing that really moves you, to still be able to work from anywhere while spending time with the people you love and being able to do it in places that afford you different opportunities that you don't do every single day. So with that being said, I'm just wondering who's got some questions, thoughts, concerns, or feels like that's complete, utter trash. Just kidding. I'm like, you think it's trash, keep it to yourself, unfollow me and don't be on here. But if you've got some ideas or some suggestions or just wondering how to do some other things about it, I'm here, I'm open. We got a couple of more minutes. My coffee should be at a point where now I can actually taste it and not burn my face off. So who's got questions, thoughts, or concerns, or can clearly remember as a kid just having a great time and thinking life was the best ever, and now realizing as an adult, man, my parents might have did a little something to make sure we have fun. Even if you did have to ride cross country in a car with coolers underneath the back of the seat, and you got to lay across the seat with your siblings and your cousins and go to sleep. Well, if there's no questions, thoughts, or concerns, I do hope you guys give yourself, good morning, Candace. Give yourself the opportunity to take family vacations on purpose. Do it and be very clear on what you're doing. So that way you're not showing up to this vacation thinking, oh, it's because I'm with family, it should be better. Like, family requires a different level of energy, and that's okay. But it's way easier when you know that in advance, so you can show up with that matching energy to make it worth your while to actually enjoy what it is you probably planned if you're listening right now. I don't see any other questions on other platforms. So if not, hopefully y'all plan more family vacations. Maybe you make it a working family vacation. And then that way you get to have the opportunity of having not only just, maybe your businesses show up and be cool, but now you didn't pay for all of it, but you appropriately, pay for different components and multitask to where you can actually later come back, drop all of it, and be cool. Y'all have an amazing day. If you haven't been following and checking the posts, there's definitely opportunities to meet in person. There is a Goddess Reclamation Retreat that is happening in August. It is stationed here in LA, stationed like I'm still in the military. It's happening here in Los Angeles. If you need more information about it, you can totally check on those links, get some more info. We will be going over what it looks like to explore the 7 chakras through your 5 senses. It will be a day of just a retreat from your regular daily life in a different location of where you live at, doing different things, ideally with people that you don't necessarily know, so that you can learn a little bit more about yourself, what it feels like intentionally to have all of your energy aligned on purpose. So when you're showing up for these various different vacations, sabbaticals, retreats, and other things, you're now learning how you can be intentional about it and make sure that you do get to show up as the best version of yourself and that you get everything from what it is you decided to sign up for. Since, I mean, you showed up and you went there, why not get everything that you came for? We'll be doing that. I think it's like August 6-ish, something like that. Not going to pretend to know the date. It's the first week in August weekend in Los Angeles, downtown arts district. Yeah, there's like other cool stuff. Like I'll be there. I'm partnering with Alone Retreats. She'll be there. We'll be making sure you have just a whole full out experience that allows you to relax and feel rejuvenated, that you didn't have to plan for. You just show up and be great. And then we'll make sure that you're great too. Oh, yeah. And we have some people coming to capture the moment. So you have the opportunity for a photo shoot. You have the opportunity to, again, just have some different experiences with how you can embody and show up as your feminine goddess self and walk away with some things that just make sense. There's definitely some surprises. I'm not going to tell y'all because they surprises. So only the people that show up will actually get to know. And I look forward to seeing y'all there. Feel free, like I said, click the link, come visit LA if you don't already live here. Come check out a different spot if you haven't been there before. And I will see y'all maybe not next Tuesday. There might be some more traveling happening. So we'll see. We'll find out for sure. In the meantime, y'all have an amazing rest of your week and a good day. And I'll be seeing y'all on the Instagram, the Facebooks, the LinkedIns, the things, and figuring out these new thingies, spills, the threads. I'm probably have to ask people questions about that. So just help me out when y'all see the questions come. Have a great day, y'all. And then let's see.